to the family, son.
What's up, guys? Welcome to my Resident Evil 7 analysis theory breakdown video for Resident Evil 7 Biohazard's Tape 2, the Baker's trailer. Now, I apologize, I'm getting this out so late between my computer issues and my real life. I really do apologize on the delay, but like always, if I'm forgetting something in this video, let me know in the comments and let me know all your thoughts. So let's just get right into it.
Ethan, you were right. I did lie to you. I shouldn't have. All I can say is that if you get this, stay away.
So right off the bat, we see the road to the mansion alongside of beautiful Louisiana. I absolutely love this shot. Ethan is on his way to rescue Maya. I will show all the scenes that show Ethan heading to the mansion, judging by the distance and that there are multiple scenes of Ethan driving, show that wherever Ethan and Maya live, it's pretty far from the plantation, which makes me think about Maya's motives going to such a place, even going as far as to lie to Ethan as she said in the message. I will play this message alongside the lantern message so you guys can come up with your own conclusions.
Ethan, you were right. I did lie to you. I shouldn't have. All I can say is that if you get this, stay away. Ethan, if you find this, I know I can't expect anything from you. I don't know what happened. There's so much that you need to know.
I think it's safe to say that Mia realized her motives were not worth coming here at all. We also do see the outside of the plantation. We saw a couple of scenes of the outside of the mansion earlier on in the Desolation trailer. I have a couple clips, but outside seems to have a lot of these figures that you're looking at right now. Maybe these figures are some type of warning. I'm not really sure what to make of them. If they are warning, that's understandable. That's telling people to, stay away, don't come any closer. However, we obviously know that Maya ignored these signs. But to be honest with you, if I was out there and I see these signs or I see these works of art, I would probably stay away. It really seems like the people, the Bakers, they really do like their art, with all the dolls that we saw in the Lantern gameplay, with the dolls we saw in the Resident Evil 7 demo. They really do seem to enjoy creepy works of art, arts and crafts. I'm not sure why, but it's pretty interesting. But let's move on. Here is the view of the interior as we walk through the front doors. Seems to have a very similar past design like the other mansions in the Resident Evil series. It has its differences, yes, but it does have a lot of similarities as well. Upon zooming in, I didn't see anybody at the desk, just a bunch of chairs around. However, if I have to imagine somebody using this desk, it'd probably be Lucas in my opinion. I can't imagine Jack or Marguerite using a desk. I don't know why, I just can't envision it. And besides, Lucas seems to be the only person who doesn't have, whose skin isn't completely just altered. He seems the most normal person in the entire family, and we'll get to Lucas a little bit later on. Here, this is the first time we see Jack's power. His brute strength seems to let him easily go through walls with little to no effort. This scene heavily reminds me of the Resident Evil 2's Tyrant and Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, how they broke down walls to chase after you. During these sections, if you do enough damage, you can temporarily knock them out. Lisa Trevor also did the same thing in Resident Evil 1 Remake. I have a feeling Jack will also share the same properties as these three enemies. Here is a screenshot provided to us by Capcom which shows Jack on the ground and a player holding a weapon. Maybe you as a player are able to inflict enough damage to Jack to knock him out temporarily so we don't have to stress out running by him. And I think this is pretty cool. There is something about huge boss enemies chasing us all throughout the game that gets me really excited. I don't know what it is. Hell, even in Resident Evil 6, when Jake met up with Leon, and then Jake told Leon that this guy is chasing them around everywhere, Leon is simply saying, "Welcome to the club." You know, there's just moments like that just, this one enemy is constantly pressuring us that makes me very excited. It seems Jack's basic form of attack is with melee weapons, which means we will have the advantage with guns and shotguns in the game, so I highly recommend saving your bullets for Jack sections. If its only basic form of attack is just melee weapons, which means that we can get far away and we can just shoot them from a distance, or if we have a shotgun, then we can risk getting close up. However, we will see later it takes a lot of bullets to take down Jack. We see a handgun here. If we could get it in the demo, I would be much more satisfied with it. But anyways, if bullets are as scarce as they was in the demo, I would not rely on handguns too much. In the demo, we can only find a total of 4 bullets, I believe, and one of the bullet packs we found only had 1 bullet inside of it, which is not very useful. But at the same time, I don't know, I still kind of enjoy the fact that ammo will probably be scarce. You know, that really puts more value on your gun and your bullet count more than anything. You know, in past Resident Evil games, we got like a clip with 15 bullets in it. And you know, you relied on your handgun, you know, very heavily. You had the ammo to spare most of the time. So, you know, you can just, you know, go around using it on willy-nilly. And, you know, Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6, you know, we all know how that went out. There was no point in even looking at your bullet count sometimes. But I don't know, I find it very refreshing that ammo and bullets will be so much more valuable than anything. You know, you're not gonna want to waste your bullets on the little infected creatures. At least I'm not anyways, unless it's a mandatory type of thing. But if I have any option, I'm going to be running for the door like a coward instead of fighting and wasting my ammo. After realizing how much trouble Mia got herself in, we decide to try and escape, leaving her behind because apparently she isn't worth dying over. Hell, she got herself into this, she can get herself out. But before we make our escape, Jack grabs us and pulls us through the car door window and stops our escape plan. But my thing is, yo, if Jack didn't want us here, if he wanted to chase us out, why doesn't he just let us go? You know, why? This is the most strangest question in all of the past Resident Evil 7 trailers. You know, from Margaret letting Maya go, letting Maya escape from her, you know, to Jack dragging me and some other chick that's on his shoulders. You know, why do they want us here? Why do they want us alive? It's probably the most strangest mystery surrounding Resident Evil 7 in my opinion. For some reason, they're not killing us. They're not letting us go. You know, they're just holding us for something. But what that something is remains a mystery. But I am really curious to find out what they need us for. You know, we all know that they are some kind of cult. and they're looking for people to join them, but it's really odd. You know, this whole scenario is just odd. The police officer seemed to be investigating something on the floor a bit earlier, and now walking up to us with a suspicious look on his face. I believe that this officer had followed us as we began to go in this deserted direction towards the mansion, wondering why we had came in this place that nobody really goes to. Perhaps he was very suspicious of us. And then somehow, some way, we had lost the officer. We got him off of our trail, later to come in contact with him once again as we saw him in the desolation trailer outside of the mansion. It's probably illegal for people to roam abandoned mansions, so he's here to stop us from snooping around. And I'm going to make a prediction right now, because he is a cop in the world of Resident Evil, that he's probably going to die. Let's be real here, it happens every single time except for Leon, of course. For some reason, the Bakers do not seem to feel pain. Jack is on fire and getting shot at the same time. It's unreal. I wonder if he really is immortal. Because even if he can't feel pain, the bullets and fire should be more than enough to kill anybody. Hell, he was even in the car when it exploded and still seemed to be walking like nothing happened to him. Maybe he can just regenerate pretty fast, and even if they can, how do you kill them? Can you even do it? I wonder if it takes the whole mansion blowing up, just like Lisa Trevor, in order to stop them. It's insane. I do not understand how Jack is able to take this much punishment and still not go down. Where am I? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the family. Here we have Jack drinking, Lucas laughing and throwing food at us, and Marguerite eating the food she prepared for us. In the back, you can see a kitchen, probably where Marguerite made all this food. You can also see a figure on the table. I wonder if this has some kind of importance in the future.
What the hell?
Rise and shine, sleepyhead. It's time for supper.
This old woman is not dead, guys. She is actually alive, and according to an article by VG247, along with other sites, this woman's name is Camille Baker. Perhaps because of whatever virus the Bakers are infected with, this stops her from dying of old age. We do see her in the Desolation trailer, so expect an encounter with her. Whether she's a threat or not is yet to be determined. Also, including us, if you count the number of people at this table, there are 5. Take a look at this. It's a rhyme from the Twilight Resident Evil 7 demo update. 5 guests murdered, but where is unknown. Nothing to point to their final gravestones. Now, my theory on what this is that this cult had 5 members. 5 members of the family. However, a member somehow left the cult. The Bakers have been searching for a replacement ever since. I believe that the Bakers all died by this virus, murdered by it if you want to call it that. However, this same virus brought them back to life. So maybe there's some type of zombie. They died and came back to life. Thus, their tombstones or their gravestones have never been found because they walk among the living. It actually makes a lot of sense going back to the rhyme. 5 members died by the virus, and these 5 members came back to life. Perhaps this also explains the way Jack can take explosions to the face, walk around on fire, and take bullets and seem like no harm has come to him whatsoever. But what happened to the 5th member? Did he just somehow vanish? I have an idea, but let's talk about it a little later on. But let me know what you guys think about the rhyme and about my theory to the rhyme. That the 5 members were the 5 members of the Baker family. They all died by a virus, murdered by it, like how the rhyme says, 5 guest murders, but where is unknown. and this virus brought them back to life, which is why you cannot find their gravestones. It's pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what you think.
Who are you people?
Eat it. It's good.
Dumb son bitch wasn't no good if it hit him.
Lucas!
Damn, old man, not again.
This is why I say the bakers cannot feel any pain. Although Jack just took the blade and stabbed his arm and cut through it, he's just complaining not about the pain, but the fact that Jack did it to him again. This is why I'm saying these people are completely insensitive when it comes to pain. Also, while Jack was cutting through Lucas's arm, Marguerite and Jack had a smile on their face. It may seem very sadistic-like, but you have to remember these people have been living this way for years. So this is all normal to them. To them, they're just a normal, happy family. Perhaps this is the equivalent of, I don't know, a 5-year-old doing something, just random, and the dad giving his son or whatever the kid a little slap on the hand, and the mother is laughing, finding this all cute. This is probably the same thing to them. They can't die. They feel no pain, and according to this old lady, they seem to regenerate themselves. So it's pretty odd looking at this family and seeing how they interact with one another.
Get out the way, Marguerite. His boy's got to eat. He got to have his supper. Come here, boy. Let's do this. Come on. Come on.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! He's not eating it, Jack! He's not eating it!
Shut the hell up,
I
Marguerite!
made that for him!
Get the hell out of here!
You're a son of a bitch! Oh, I can't believe it! You son of a bitch! He's not eating it! He's not eating it!
Here, Marguerite is actually offended we won't eat this slimy, disgusting garbage. I mean, I'm guessing it's because Marguerite's trying so hard to find a replacement for the 5th member that she is just distraught when it comes to, this initiation. Maybe she just wants this newcomer to feel welcome in the family, and the fact we don't want to eat this garbage, she gets offended. Also, I want to point out Jack's behavior. Jack seems very abusive. He threatens Marguerite, pretty much saying, "I'm gonna slap you if you don't leave," and she's obeying his will. He even kicks a chair at her. Perhaps this is also why Lucas is considered a bad kid or a bad seed. Maybe his father probably beat him too many times. An abusive father often makes a bad kid. It makes sense the way this family's interacting with each other. I'm actually enjoying them interacting with each other. It really brings out the personalities and really shows why the way they are. Jack is the drunken father who beats on Lucas. That's why Lucas is a bad kid. I think it's why we see Jack just take a knife and just cut through Lucas's arm. He's just an abusive father. Lucas is just the product of having an abusive father, and Marguerite is just the woman in the household who's trying to appease to everybody, who's trying to make everybody smile. It's why she gets so upset when we won't eat her garbage of food.
This was supposed to be a very special feast.
Well, sir, you can keep your feast and shove it up your ass.
My boy.
Here, I don't think Jack is killing us. I just think that he's sticking the knife in our mouth as, some type of punishment for not eating the food. So this way we will eat the food the next time and slowly but surely become one of the family.
Welcome to the family, son.
Now here is this little girl. Now, I believe that this is the 5th member of the family. The person that Marguerite and Jack is trying so hard to find a replacement for. Now, why do I say this? If you guys remember the Twilight demo update, alongside Marguerite and Jack were 2 kids, not just one. There was Lucas and then there was another child. I believe that this girl is that other child. But maybe she didn't run away like I said before. Maybe Jack and Marguerite just don't like her for some reason. I'm not really sure. This is actually going back to my analysis of the Go Tell Aunt Rhodey song. If you remember, the song was the lyrics was about a girl who was getting rejected, who was being locked up. Perhaps the song is about this little girl here. I'm actually planning on going back to the song and relating all of this to this little girl. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about that. I think it's pretty interesting. Jack and Margaret being ashamed of this child, locking this child up, torturing this child for whatever reason, casting her aside, and now even looking for a replacement for her. You know, there's even a part where in the Desolation trailer we see her looking up at the man. And in my original a theory analysis breakdown of the Desolation trailer, I asked the question, why is she just looking at the mansion? If she can leave at any time, why doesn't she go? Perhaps that the Bakers actually kicked her out of the house for whatever reason, and she doesn't want to leave because this is the only place where her and her abilities will be accepted. You know, it's really, really crazy stuff. Let me know what you guys think about this. I'm definitely going to make a video talking about this in the future. Again, if I'm wrong, let me know if I'm wrong and tell me why I'm wrong. But I think it's pretty interesting, and I think it's interesting enough to have its own video. Alright guys, that was a lot to cover. So if you do like my theory analysis breakdown, I highly recommend you check out my past videos, and I highly recommend you subscribe. You know, check out my other videos. I'm covering Resident Evil 7, and to the people who have been on this channel constantly and are really waiting for my uploads, I do apologize. I'm going to be coming out with content every single day once again like I used to. It's just been a lot of stuff at one time. But anyways, I'm gonna be out of here. Thank you guys for listening. Deuces.